Deloitte Digital is building out digital marketing capabilities at 10x Future Technologies using the Adobe Experience Cloud. The technologies used include Adobe Experience Manager for content management, Adobe Campaign for campaign management and communications, and Adobe Analytics for understanding customer behavior.
This proposition is particularly unique and best in class because of the way we have integrated Adobe solutions together. Adobe Experience Manager's latest version is used as a headless content management system where marketers get full control of content without worrying about how it renders on the consuming interface. Adobe Campaign Classic is integrated with AEM in a way that allows managing campaign events before they are sent to customers. Our business analyst, Chloe Richards, will now guide you through this unique proposition that Deloitte Digital has built on the 10x Supercore platform.
Configuring and sending an SMS communication. To do this, the AEM user navigates to the Communications folder, SMS, and then selects the communication they want to send to customers. The one-time passcode communication has already been configured, so when the user is happy with the content, they can approve the content by putting the page through the communication approvals workflow. The editor, reviewer, and approver roles can then approve the page at each step of the workflow. For this video, the AEM user has user permissions for each of these roles. The Campaign Manager receives an inbox notification to let them know that the new content is ready to be sent to Adobe Campaign. Clicking View Content, they are then directed to a web app where the AEM content is sent onto Adobe Campaign. Here is where the template name and type is configured. The web app is also accompanied by a preview of the content. Now in Adobe Campaign, the campaign user navigates to Message Center, where an SMS delivery can be created using the template from AEM, and an event type which is used to trigger the communication to be sent out to customers. The delivery is then published, ready to be used with real-time customers. As an example, here you can see the one-time passcode SMS being used by a customer to authenticate their mobile number to use within the app. Customer notices are in-app notifications that customers can receive. They can be rendered either by the business or by the customer behaviour, such as suspicious transactions. This use case is a commercial notice for updating personal details within the mobile app. Customer notices are configured by navigating to the Communications and In-Channel Content folder in AEM. The user can navigate to the Properties to see the In-Channel Content tab. This is where the allowed action configuration can determine whether the notice is dismissible or not by the customer, and the placements can be added or removed to determine where the customer notice will render within the mobile app. Next, the AEM user clicks Edit to ensure that the content is correct. Here, the maximised and minimised view of the notice can be seen. Clicking on the spanner icon to view the maximised content, the user can review the properties. Navigating to the Actions tab, this is where the Call to Action button on the notice has its behaviour configured. In this use case, when users click on the Personal Details call to action, they will be navigated to the Personal Details page within the mobile app. This is driven by the action type and parameters. The user can also use the spanner icon to view and edit the minimised content if needed. When the content is ready to go, the user puts the page through the approvals workflow, as mentioned earlier in this video. The campaign manager receives an inbox notification. This is where they can click View Content to be redirected to the Adobe Campaign web app. This is where the template name is given and the preview of the content can be seen. The template name is used to name and store the content in Adobe Campaign. Now in Adobe Campaign, a delivery has been set up to send this customer notice to a customer's mobile app. By viewing the Targeting and Workflows tab, a query element is used to filter and segment audiences that will receive the notice, and a recurring delivery element is used to hold a delivery template which contains the customer notice. The campaign manager then clicks the play button to send the campaign to customers. As an example, here you can see a customer's mobile app has rendered the customer notice, where the user can see the minimised version and then click the notice to expand it. A core functionality in AEM documents is the ability to create and maintain important documents such as terms and conditions and privacy policies. This use case is about authoring and maintaining a terms and conditions document. Document versions are configured by navigating to the Documents folder in AEM. The AEM user navigates to a Terms and Conditions page. As it is already published, the top left-hand corner shows a padlock symbol to show that the document version cannot be edited as it is live. As an AEM user, they have the ability to view the document list JSON, which lists all published documents in a folder path and also provides PDF and HTML versions of each page in the form of a link. The PDF link is downloadable for viewing, and the PDF also gets stored in AEM DAM, which is where all assets are stored to create a paper trail and for organisational purposes. The HTML page is the AEM author page, which users get redirected to when the link is clicked. In this example, the published terms and conditions page can be seen to be available to view by a customer on the mobile app. Email is another channel of communication available to use. In this use case, a commercial email is being sent to customers informing them about looking into a government ISA for the new tax year. To configure an email communication, the AEM user navigates to the Communications folder and then Email. To configure an email page from scratch, the user selects Create, Page, and then chooses the email template in the next window. Next, the properties are configured. This includes inputting the sender address, email subject, and plain text, all of which are mandatory fields. In the Basic tab, the page title is given. Now, the email page can be constructed by dragging the components onto the page. Each component now must be configured. This is done by selecting a component and clicking the spanner icon to edit it. For the header, the logo and header image are selected by clicking the tick icon on the right-hand side, which navigates the user to the AEM DAM. Then, the user follows the content tree path until the desired asset is found. Alternative text is input as a backup in case images do not render for the customer for any reason, such as slow connection. The message component is configured by inputting the email body content, including dynamic fields, which will populate with the customer's name when sent. The CTA component is configured by inputting what the call to action button within the email will say, and link a relevant URL to it if necessary. In this use case, the government ISA page is linked. When the user is happy with the content, the page is put through the approvals workflow. The Campaign Manager then receives an inbox notification to view the content and configure the Adobe Campaign delivery template via the web app. The preview of the email can be seen here, and a delivery name and template type is configured. Now in Adobe Campaign, the commercial campaign can be configured to be sent out to customers. The campaign user creates a new marketing campaign and then navigates to the Targeting and Workflows tab to create a delivery flow. A query element is used to select recipients via segmentation to receive the communication, and a recurring delivery element is selected to hold the delivery template which holds the email content. The campaign manager clicks Start to send the campaign to the customers. In this example, a customer has received the email in their inbox and can click on the call to action to be redirected to the government ISA page.